I'm going to show you how to use a semicolon. How many people know how to properly use a semicolon? Raise your hand. Look at this sentence. I went shopping, my dad caught a fish. Do those two sentences go together?
Oh, do you do it to like separate them?
Yes, there we go. I went shopping, my dad caught a fish. Those sentences don't even have a related subject, right? So I couldn't use a semicolon in this. I would have to use a what?
Yeah.
A what? A period. And then I would capitalize this, correct? Because those sentences don't go together. But look at these two sentences. I went shopping, I bought a new dress. You could put a semicolon. You don't want to know why? Because in my opinion, semicolons separate similar sentences. Some people don't agree with the similar. I say it because it rhymes, okay? But it's sentences that have a related topic. I went shopping, semicolon, I bought a new dress. What's another way that you could punctuate this sentence? You know what? Yes, just a simple period. I would be, and that's a capital letter right there. We happen to have I and it's already capitalized. But if it wasn't capitalized, then you would. One thing to remember, when you have a semicolon here, I went shopping and you could say mom. When you have a semicolon, that word there is not capitalized, okay? It happens to be capitalized because I is capitalized. Speaking of that, you know a lot of y'all don't capitalize I. Okay, so next one. I went shopping and I bought a new dress. What goes in this sentence? No, well, I don't want to take out the and. I want to leave it in there. So if I leave and in there, how do I punctuate this sentence? A comma where? Before and. Because a comma can separate two sentences just like a semicolon. However, when you use a comma, you have to have and or any of the fanboys, and we'll talk about fanboys later, but you have to have a conjunction here. So this is the conjunction. When you have and, here's the tip. On both sides of the conjunction and you have to have a complete sentence. I need you paying attention up here. Next one. I went shopping and bought a new dress. What do I need to do to this sentence? Okay. Okay, we put a comma. What was the rule I just told you up in this sentence? What did I just tell you in that sentence above? You had to have what on both sides? A complete sentence. Is bought a new dress a complete sentence? No. So what do I not need in this sentence? You don't need a comma. Thank you for highlighting that example. So I went shopping and bought a new dress because you don't have two separate sentences. You just have two separate actions, shopping and bought. Last one. I went shopping, however, I didn't buy a dress. Come on and pay attention, everyone. We are all learning. If you get it wrong, that means that you'll never forget it again because you learned it. I went shopping, however, I didn't buy a new dress.
You don't need to do anything.
You don't need to do anything? But
A comma before however.
a comma before, however?
I don't think that's.
After
A comma after, however. But you know what you need before, however? A semicolon. You want to know why? Because semicolons separate similar sentences. And you are using a comma after, however. You want to know why? It's just an interrupter. Okay? Because you could leave out, however. Couldn't you say, I went shopping, I didn't buy a new dress? You could, right? Just like we did in this sentence, correct? So sometimes you get to use a semicolon and a comma. And that is called a compound sentence with the interrupter. I love using a comma and a semicolon. It just makes my writing have more flair. Do you agree? Okay. I know I should have some questions because everyone looks like they learned something new. What's a question? Yes. No questions. Any questions? Did you learn something new? Did you learn something new?
Yes.
Okay. No questions? Do you know how to use a semicolon now?
Yes.
Are you going to? Yes. Okay. And you know, if you use a conjunction, you have to have a complete sentence on both sides of the conjunction and the combination, correct? And that's called a compound sentence. Anything else? Okay.